Welcome to another episode of Fitness Business Television, made possible this week by Club Solutions Magazine. Coming up on today's show, I'm going to share with you what you can learn from a gas station attendant, how a personal trainer can help set themselves apart from the other trainers in the gym. I've got a killer resource that's going to help you capture twice as many emails when someone visits your website, and I've got some methods to help get your website listed at the top of Google that's going to take you less than 5 minutes to implement. I'm Curtis Mock, and this is the show that helps fitness entrepreneurs like you run a more profitable business and have a little fun along the way. I cannot believe we've been on the air for 6 weeks already. Now, time is absolutely flying. We've been on the air longer than the show So You Think You Can Dance. We haven't? How about that caveman show? You know, the one that was out a couple of years ago? Yeah? All right. Well, I guess I can take some satisfaction from the fact that I've lasted longer than that show. I don't know whether that's worth bragging about or not, but I'm going to. First of all, I want to thank all of you, every one of you, for taking time out of your week, and an even bigger thank you to those of you who are leaving comments on the show. Now again, I can't stress this enough. There's a lot of you leaving comments, but you're not putting your website in there. And that's going to be very, very important because Google loves the inbound links that you have coming to your website. And they want to give you that Google juice to get you up in the rankings. So make sure you leave your URL in there. And this week you're going to want to make that comment extra good because I am sending a lucky viewer this book called Can I Have 5 Minutes of Your Time? This is by Hal Becker. It's actually one of my favorite sales books of all time. It shows you how to close a sale in a very short amount of time, which is pretty much what we do on a daily basis in a health club or a fitness situation. So all you have to do to get this book is leave the best comment. And that could be your advice on a topic, helping the question and answer person in the Ask Curtis section, or just saying something nice about me. And this book is yours and I'll mail it to you. And you don't have to register in order to be able to comment. All you have to do is scroll to the bottom of this page when the show's over, or click the comment button right there, and you get to leave your comment. So I was in the gas station yesterday, and the lady behind the counter whom I bought the coffee from asked me if I wanted to buy a lottery ticket, which in and of itself is pretty impressive that she tried to upsell me at a gas station. But what's even more impressive is the way that she asked. And she said verbatim, "Would you like to buy a lottery ticket today? We've had a lot of winners with the lucky draw card." And she pointed out the lucky draw card. So not only did she ask for the upsell, which is huge, she made my decision easy by pointing out which one I should purchase, and then she used social proof to convince me that others are winning and that I too stood a good chance of winning. How cool is that? Now, I haven't bought a lottery ticket in probably 5 years, but she did such a good job, I went ahead and bought one. And guess what? I won $1. That's right, I'm rolling. But the point of the story is that a lowly, low-paid front desk person at a gas station is using a system in order to sell more items at the point of sale. I would love for this woman to be at my front desk asking people if they want a workout drink on the way in or a protein bar on the way out, asking every single time. Because remember, you're going to lose 100% of the sales that you don't ask for, so make sure that you and your staff are asking for the sale every single time. Wish I could have taken a picture of this lady. You guys would have loved it. I want to take a moment and thank this week's sponsor, which is Club Solutions Magazine. Now, first of all, if you aren't subscribed to this magazine, you're crazy. First off, it's free. Second of all, it's loaded with tons of good information. And third, and most importantly, I'm a columnist in the magazine, so you know it's got to be good. Now, the magazine's going to be delivered to you every single month, and this thing is full of news in the fitness industry, marketing strategies, sales tips, retention strategies, profiles of important people in the industry. It is packed. Now, if you're in the United States, you can sign up and have the print magazine delivered to you at no cost. That's nice. I also recommend that you sign up for the e-newsletter subscription while you're there because I write a monthly marketing blast called Marketing Alert, and it goes out to all of the e-subscribers. Now, international subscribers, you can go ahead and sign up and subscribe, but you'll receive the digital version, which is really cool. They have this really cool formatting for it, and you're going to enjoy it just as much as the print magazine. But I urge everybody to go over to Club Solutions Magazine right now, click on the subscribe tab at the top of the page, and enter your information and start receiving this resource immediately. And now it's time to answer your questions again with Ask Curtis. So this week's question comes from Kelly Ludke, who is a contracted personal trainer in a small gym in St. John's, Florida. And now Kelly's actually a friend of mine who decided to use me to get famous on this show, but she asked a good question, so I really had no choice but to feature her. So Kelly writes, "Dear undeniably good-looking and intelligent Curtis." Okay, so maybe I added that last part. "I am a trainer in a small gym with 4 trainers. What are some marketing tips or things that I should be doing to help set me apart from the other trainers in the gym?" That's a great question, Kelly, and there's actually a lot of different ways that I can go with this. But in my opinion, the absolute best thing that you can do is build your reputation as a local fitness celebrity, because I have a feeling there's not many people in your market, if anybody, that's done this. So essentially, when someone in your market thinks of fitness, they should be thinking of you. Now, to do this, you're going to have to put your name and face in as many places as possible. And that means that if you're on the shy side, it may be a little tough for you, which you're not, so you'll be fine. Now, I went through the same thing a couple of years ago. You know, our industry is overflowing with tons of gurus and consultants, so I knew I couldn't compete at the same level, like my air quotes. So instead of telling people they should listen to me, I proved it to them by putting my name and face in as many places as possible and showing people my best stuff. Now, you should do the exact same thing. You know, first of all, create a personal website for yourself. A blog is going to be perfect. You know, you can see a great example of someone branding themselves over at Jillian Michaels' website. Everyone that you come into contact with, have them go to your website. Make sure it's on your business cards. You know, have that website full of videos, articles, tons of helpful information. And it may sound strange, but you want to always give away your best stuff. Now, when I approached branding myself in this manner, it went against how everyone else does things in our industry. You know, most gurus in the fitness industry, they expect you to pay them before they give you the good stuff. And I completely disagree with that theory. Maybe it's because my roots are in the show me state, but to me, you have to prove to me how amazing you are before I'm about to trust you or pay you. You know, so give them your best stuff. No matter what it is, don't hold back anything. Give it to them. When they see, they're going to think, wow, if this person is giving all of this stuff away to me for free, I wonder what they're going to be able to give me if I actually pay them. So in addition to your website, you absolutely must start your own newsletter. You know, use one of the common, like Constant Contact or Aweber is what I've used for years. And don't worry about if you don't have many subscribers. Even if I'm your only subscriber, Kelly, just keep writing and keep sending. People are going to start noticing. And that's what happened initially whenever I started writing the Jim Goldmine newsletter. I mean, I was writing to like 30, 40, 50 people, and now we're up over 2,000 people. So you just have to be patient. That took over 2 years. If you have a newspaper locally or a community newsletter, ask to write for them. If there's news stations, this is a perfect time of year for you to ask them to do a fitness piece to be featured on their news station. Join every single networking group in town and go to every meeting. You know, write a book. I don't know if you've ever thought about writing a book. Most people have. You can also go to major blogs and major magazine websites and post on there. Most times they allow their readers to post certain things. You can post and drive traffic back to your website. Now, ultimately what you're going to want is when someone Googles your name and sees how much information there is on you, they're going to immediately be a believer in the fact that you are the stud in your area. Now, 2 years ago, if you would have Googled Curtis Mock and fitness, I'd be lucky to have one thing on page 7, and it may not have even been a good thing. It may have been like my driving record or something. I don't know. Probably nothing to do with fitness. But now, because I had this intense focus on putting out good information, if you Google that, I am absolutely everywhere. And it's not rocket science, because I'm telling you right now, I'm not a rocket scientist. I'm not even half a rocket scientist. But I figured it out. And all it is just putting out that good information and doing it on a consistent basis. Now, you have an advantage over me because I know firsthand that you, Kelly, are a fitness model. And you've been featured in magazines and you do shows. I don't have that luxury. But this is a great way for you to begin branding yourself. I didn't make up these rules. But the point is that sex sells. You know, women want to be like you and men want to be with you. So you should use this to your advantage whenever you're attempting to brand yourself. Now, if I had, a chiseled physique, and twisted steel and romp and stomp and dynamite for a body, I might be able to do this. But unfortunately, I just get to write and talk and hope that people listen to what I have to say. You have the advantage. Now, again, the bottom line, you absolutely must promote yourself. 99% of trainers will not do this. They just won't do it. Don't be shy. You know you're a great trainer. You know what it takes to help someone build the body of their dreams. Now everyone else needs to know about you. And again, you're talking about the other trainers in your gym. I have a feeling that they're very good at training, but they're probably not very good at promoting themselves. This is a very unique quality for a trainer to have, and one that your owner is going to appreciate, the fact that you've gone out on a limb to do this. Now, do you guys have any more ideas for Kelly? Have you done a great job branding yourself? I'm sure Kelly would love to know how you did it. So be sure to leave a comment for her below the show notes. In return for asking the question, Kelly receives, you're going to love this, Kelly, even though you already receive it, 3 months membership to gymsuccess.com and 3 months of my popular Inner Circle newsletter and audio CD, which I don't think that you receive. So, big time bonus for you. Now, these are all full of ideas that are going to help Kelly and you run a more successful fitness business. And by the way, Kelly, I'm probably just going to hand these to you instead of mailing, and I'll save that money and I'll go eat some lunch this week with it. So now we're on to our killer resource of the week.